From the Alabama Community College system, I'm Elijah Baker, and you're listening to Access Granted. 5 seconds on the clock. Players ready? The stage is set. This game's mechanics don't follow NBA rules. The Tennessee Valley Best Robotics competition at Calhoun Community College draws STEM athletes from local high schools to strategize, build, and compete with robots.
It's not the future anymore, it's right now.
The tech industry is moving so fast with advancements in aerospace and artificial intelligence.
You know, the sky's not even the limit anymore because we have spacecraft.
And it's happening right in front of us, inside this gym, with 7 teams across North Alabama putting their engineering skills to the test. Here, we're focused on real-life education, diving into the success of Alabama's community colleges every month, one story at a time. On this episode, decode the pathways students create to program their careers in science, technology, engineering, and math. At the beginning of a Best Robotics competition, there is a sense of excitement that feels like a parade. Each team gets a chance to march across the gym floor, strutting their dominance in the sport. One of the players leads the march while carrying the team's robot, while the rest of the team follows behind. The students themselves may be in a safe zone, but their robots must overcome various obstacles in a tournament-style match, much like animals in the natural world.
I guarantee you I can go out there right now and we probably have at least 10 former students on the floor helping put on this competition right now that have great careers from defense contracting to automotive manufacturing to aerospace. It's really neat to watch it.
John Hawley is the Dean of Technologies at Calhoun Community College. He's been around since the competition got its start at the school in 2003.
Yes. I've watched it grow, and like I said, I've seen the ebbs and flows of it, and we're on a high right now. I know that we had a lot of industry support, and we had some great faculty, especially in our computers, information, and business division that supported this, and they really were the core that got this off the ground and got it going.
What skills are students learning when they get involved in competitions like Best Robotics?
So probably the first skill they're learning is teamwork, how to work with each other. We know that's one of those soft skills that is well needed. And then you take the construction side of it, the hands-on where they're building a robot, understanding the electrical side of it, understanding the programming side of it, the coding. You know, there's so many different components of that. It's not just coming today and competing in that field.
The students receive the same rules, same materials, and same 8-week schedule that symbolizes a real-world product development cycle. They're responsible for completing all aspects of the project, from conceptualization to final robot.
I consider every one of them out there today that's participated are going to be winners because they made it to here. Calhoun in the college system will benefit because many of these students are going to be our students. It's a great recruiting tool for us.
It's a tool engineering design student Gabby Zaragoza knows all too well.
I've been involved with Best Robotics since 2017. I wanted to be involved because I love robotics. I've actually wanted to join a little bit earlier. Back in middle school, I knew it was all boys, so that kind of intimidated me at first. But then after a while, I was like, you know what, let's do it. It felt like everyone knew what they were doing, even the freshmen. People who were in my grade, they've been there for 2 years. I felt like the newbie, but it didn't take long for everyone to kind of get me caught up and made fast friends.
If you're a student who's looking for a place to find community, robotics is a great place to do that too. Through my several years of working in sort of robotics education and specifically competitions, I mean, it's so clear to me that students find their people.
Hunter Terry, I hear that you are the game boss.
Yes, that's my role here today. Basically, I'm the person that studies and is super familiar with the rules of the competition.
But you're more than the game boss. You are also a Challenger Defense Solutions engineer.
We build small electronic components for the military, different applications. But it's a lot of fun, and it really truly is a step past robotics into my career. Anyone who keeps up with technology at all knows that just in the past decade, think about how far we've come just with basic everyday technology like cell phones. That's happening and is even further ahead than most people realize in industries like the aerospace and defense industry that's in North Alabama.
Hunter competed in best robotics competitions all 4 years of high school. The program allowed him to better understand what engineers do and even receive the recognition and acclaim typically reserved for traditional athletes.
Students participating in this, maybe you don't like to play football or basketball, or you don't like instruments, you don't want to be in the band. Robotics is another opportunity for you.
An opportunity Hunter held close to stay ahead of the curve in technology.
I learned how to program. I learned how to use C++ and Python, different types of code that I wouldn't have gotten if I hadn't done robotics. And so that prepared me for my career now. Specifically, any level of programming experience for almost any career in the next 5-10 years, it's going to be vital.
He and Livia Rice, the Senior Outreach Manager at the Advanced Robotics for Manufacturing Institute, recognized the critical role that robotics education plays in meeting the workforce demands of our state and nation.
Some people, when they're thinking about robotics, they think, oh, I need a PhD from MIT or Carnegie Mellon University, otherwise I can't work in robotics.
As technology continues to develop, the machinery used in advanced manufacturing jobs is also evolving and becoming more sophisticated.
Yeah, the biggest misconception when I started at the Army Institute was the fact that people thought that robots take jobs. The reality is robots aren't taking jobs, they're creating new job opportunities. They're taking on dull, dirty, and dangerous tasks, so we refer to those as the 3Ds, that people don't want to take on anyway, but they're not safe to take on. So the robots do those tasks, and that frees up that person to do more compelling and higher paying work, supervising the robot, repairing the robot.
Case studies have shown that staff who work alongside robots actually have an elevated sense of their job. Livia says workers reported feeling happier and safer because they no longer have to take on roles that were considered extremely dangerous.
Robotics roles in manufacturing actually pay about 30% more than entry-level non-robotics manufacturing jobs. Some of them require just slightly more training. One stat that I like to reference a lot is the fact that there's going to be millions of open jobs in U.S. manufacturing in the coming 10 years, and about 2.4 million or about 2 million of those jobs are at risk of going unfilled because we don't have the workers who are trained in robotics that are needed to take on those jobs. You can work in robotics with a 2-year degree, a community college degree. Some folks can actually get jobs right outside of high school working in robotics, and some of that comes from the skills that they learn in robotics competitions.
I think community colleges have such an important role in hosting events like this. As a student, I got to go to Northeast Alabama and compete. If community colleges and the awesome people that are running this competition, if they didn't step up and do this, students would not only have to drive across the state, a lot of the teachers would be discouraged from participating.
And the high schools, regardless of socioeconomic status, size, or location, get to compete without paying a fee toward participation or supplies.
We have a great partnership with Calhoun. It's right up the road. And it's fabulous because we partner with them for robotics, for green power, for career tech.
Faith Plunkett is the instructional technology coach for elementary education at Decatur City Schools. She also works on STEM projects for the district and competed in her first robotics competition with high school students.
So DARC is Decatur Austin Robotics Coalition. It's a combination of students from Decatur High School, Austin High School, and Austin Junior High School.
Is this your first year?
This is my first year. Yes, I started in September. So
what has it been like?
It's been cool to see, especially since I have so much experience on the elementary level, seeing what the end result is, like how I want my students in elementary to grow to secondary and how we can build our elementary programs up to feed into DARC in secondary. Our elementary teams compete in First Lego League, so it's very hands-on with Legos and building things that way, and their coding is very block-based, which is great for an elementary level. So when I got to DARC, I was extremely surprised that they are writing code. You may not know how to drive a robot, but you can learn. You may not know how to build a marketing presentation, but you can learn. And those skills are going to be invaluable no matter what you end up doing with life. I've been in education now for 12 years, and it's what I live and breathe every day is making sure that our students have STEM resources and making sure all of our students are exposed to it and they're learning it because it's the way of the world.
Not only is Calhoun the college in your students' backyard, but it was the college for you.
I attended Calhoun in 2008, 2009, came here for about a year and a half. It's very exciting, especially to see how much the college has grown and how many more opportunities there are for students. You know, why go to a four-year university when this is right here and it's affordable and accessible to our students?
The athletes inside that gym will one day manufacture, repair, or control robots that will automate job processes to make our lives easier. Isn't that what we all want? Alabama's community colleges offers robotics education, industrial design, engineering design, computer information systems, mechatronics. Students can sit in the driver's seat and steer toward the future they want. For businesses who want to fuel their success, get to the destination that 178,000 students are already following and connect with your local community college. After all, we wouldn't be here without your partnership. This is Access Granted. Special thanks to the ACCS communications team, Ebony Horton Bradley, for her guidance, Russell Moore for script editing, and Ty Cowan for audio engineering the show. Until next time.